Andrew,
Yes, baby.
I've been looking in the mirror lately and I just look old
Oh,
and ugly.
why you say that? Maybe the mirror you're looking at is not a good mirror.
I don't know.
Because the mirror is lying.
I don't know. I feel like me gained 10 years in our last week.
Yeah.
All my friends say that you guys don't look
Well, we are not old.
We're not old.
What does...
your age.
Don't look our age. We don't look like middle-aged people.
But that is just because your beard is white.
Cause daddy beard white, eh? What you say, Sadie?
Your beard has been white since you were born, Daddy.
Oh, daddy...
No,
Daddy,
no,
Daddy
no.
say his beard has been
No.
white since
No, baby,
he was
but
born.
I had gray hair from like I was 17.
Was it the stresses of life, honey? What were you bringing on your head?
No, but not gray hair like I had like a thing.
A patch or a single
Yeah,
gray
like
hair?
a patch or I had it for like years.
And then you just become grey and bald at 22?
And then when we get married now, I just get gray hairs.
Daddy,
Andrew,
Daddy.
me meet you with grey hair. Don't say when you get married you get grey hairs. When we get married, all your genes coming on me. Me get grey hair.
My jeans coming at you, I don't like the sound of
I
that.
carry your genes in my body. I'm pregnant with the first child.
I thought you were talking about pants.
When I started wearing daddy's jeans pants.
Yes.
No, but you know what? I have a story with you and Justin. Justin was, when you were like, Justin was 3 or 4, he was complaining. Sadie's copying me. Sadie's copying me. You remember that, Sadie? I was bathing you guys. And then I said, I don't think Sadie's copying you, Justin. You are similar. You have the same genes. And he thought about it and then he said, but we don't have the same pajamas, so she doesn't have to copy me. That was very funny. Yes, I assume now that you think that I was wearing daddy's pants.
And I don't like my gray beard. Like my previous job, I couldn't wear a beard, so.
I like your beard. I think you're very handsome. Did you hear Sadie in church yesterday?
What?
She look at you and then she say, Daddy's a cute man.
But not in that way.
Thank you,
Not
Sadie.
in that way. In what way?
Thank you,
So
Sadie.
what other way could it be? Like adorable, like a teddy bear cutie. Sadie, don't stir me up, you know I will tease daddy.
That's fine, Sadie. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
Daddy's an adorable man. Oh boy.
But you know what happened this morning?
No.
I went to play soccer, football this morning. I haven't touched a ball in 10 years.
Okay.
Since I come to Canada,
Mm-hmm.
I played maybe some ball in Saskatoon, maybe briefly, but not much. For 10 years I haven't played any football. I know I'm sore, but it's worth the pain. Trust me. So, I'm gonna get my summer body back.
Your summer buddy.
And my fitness back. Because the walking not helping anymore.
I think I gain 0.5 pound every day just by nothing.
Start to some hills now.
Yeah, we need some heels.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that you had an opportunity.
Playing football used to be like therapy for me, like every Sunday religiously. Remember that Sunday morning when I got my foot broken?
Yes, Andrew.
Yeah.
Right. Don't remind me. That was so.
I was telling the guys about it this morning. I said,
So.
showed them my injury. I said, yeah, I have plate in my ankle.
I think that was 1 week after I conceived with Justin.
Yeah. And then you told me not to go because I was sick. I had the flu.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm gonna sweat it out.
Don't go this morning, babes. And you went, and I was making breakfast, and I just hear when somebody said, Mrs. Richards, please come. It's like, who that? It was your friend Dave, dramatic Dave.
There.
And he said, your husband is hurt. I was like, what? And then I started to shake. I didn't know what to expect. I think I ran out of the house with the stove on, and then we have to turn back for me to go to the stove. And he took you to Hargreaves. I was like, what? Hargreaves Private Hospital in Mandeville.
Yeah.
And then as I walk in the hospital, I heard your mouth. And that was when I relaxed.
Oh, you heard my mouth?
Yeah. On top of your voice, giving some joke.
Oh.
And so that was how I knew you were well.
But you know what? I was upset because then I couldn't go to work. I didn't heal properly because I went back to work too early.
No, you didn't finish your physio,
I
Andrew.
didn't do my physio.
Don't find it funny.
Yeah,
but
I went to physio for like maybe 5 hours of sessions and then I stopped.
But you like to play because you did surgery. I dropped you off the Saturday night. But we're married for less than 3 years, you know.
2009, yeah.
2009, the end of 2009. Yeah, so we were married for just a little over 2 years. And I had to drop you off to the hospital and go home by myself. That was hard. I fretted the whole night. I didn't know if you were okay. And then Sunday now, I went to get your mother when I was in the car coming to the hospital. Just as I was driving into the hospital, my phone rang and somebody said, hello? Is this Tamara? Is this Andrew's wife? Yes. I regret to inform you that Andrew didn't make it, you know.
Who would do that?
Who you think did that?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
And I was like, and then your mother must pick up your voice and say, Andy, stop your foolishness. And that time me a shake, you know? I drive the car. And me a shake and say, but somehow it was suspicious. But he kind of disguised his voice. I don't know if that was his number or anything. I was thinking, how can somebody go in for ankle surgery and dead?
Yeah, what beers then kill you, you know?
You're not kill you. Sometimes you get embolism, like a clot, and
you went to sleep.
it go to your heart.
I just remember the man talk to me and then I don't know what happened. We just wake up.
But I think that was so immature and wicked to your wife. That was awful of you.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make humor out of everything.
Yeah, but that's a dark humor you've got there.
You know what was sad about that? I was getting like a free expense paid trip to Manhattan.
I thought it was England.
No.
It was New York.
Yeah, it was Manhattan. And the
Me didn't have visa the entire day.
Yeah.
But me never go home.
No, it was a free expense paid trip. And the gentleman said, the owner said, all you have to do is just a presentation when you go to the Manhattan office. So I was so disappointed. We never get to go.
Yeah.
It was sad. But then who knows? Maybe it wasn't to be.
Well, it never happened, so it wasn't to be.
Yeah. I start play back football before I start work properly.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you started to drive in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. That's why your leg not healed properly, you know. Do your physio and, you know, stay off it.
And I remember one day I was driving that car and the police pulled me over and took away the car from me.
Why?
Because the car never license insured.
So you were you were wearing cast?
Yeah, I was working on the car. I think we did go pick up something or drop off something.
So did I have to come and get yours?
No, I don't remember what did happen. But they pounded the car.
I impounded it. I cannot remember. I have a vague memory, but you was up to some craziness. But yeah, that Brookfoot business was hard because I was pregnant and I was having morning sickness and I had to be driving and it got too much. And then I guess maybe that's when you started to just drive with the cast, the surgery. Yes, you gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And then the baby born.
And then the baby born, I'm again more weight.
Yeah, very young parents. Mercedes, after the baby born, we did it with the baby for 8 months. You know what What happened? Huh?
Yes.
What?
Sadie kept knocking.
Bruh, I was pregnant again.
How? Why? You can break us so quickly.
Ask your father.
Because you were knocking and say I'm ready.
No, Daddy. That's not the right terminology. That is for when I'm supposed to be born. That is you.
Well, that spirit was telling me that it's time.
Well, Sadie, it had to be that way so that it could be you. The right combination made you. Special Sadie. Sweet Sadie. Yeah, do you remember that day? I felt sick. I was like, no, I know this sickness. I don't like it. I don't want it. Andrew, let's go to the pharmacy.
That's what you did?
Yes, we came. You picked me up straight from work and went straight to the pharmacy. And we no look twice. We bought the test and we went straight home. And you stood in the bathroom, you know? You stood in the bathroom. I peed on the stick. We put on your stick. We watch your stick. Then the line come up on the stick and the two we just hold each other and start crying.
So days I don't remember them or something there. I only remember
You were crying.
I only remember
Yes.
say you cry.
Both of us cried, Sadie.
No babes, I didn't cry.
Andrew, we cried. And I was the first one to say, you know what? Thank you, Lord.
You cried for me.
Children are a blessing. Thank you, Lord. And we just pray. Have a pregnancy. And that was a horrible pregnancy, Sadie. I was sick for like 7 months straight.
But then I didn't give any trouble when I was born.
No.
No, you never give trouble. You're a sweetheart. You just have a little mouth on you, you know? A little mouth that just,
It's just my wit.
your wit
Yes.
and your candor. My goodness. You're candid. I have to say, Sadie,
Sadie,
not
talk.
everything that you think you must say.
They talk funny whatever. Hi, I'm Sadie.
I remember the first word Sadie said was baby. Baby. Maybe like one little baby. I'll crawl. And we had the quarterly and it was, because she born January, it was like the third quarter, so September or October, November, December. It may have been October. So she was what? 9 and something months.
Yeah.
And the quarterly was on the bed. It was a Sabbath morning and we were getting her ready for church. And she crawled up to the book because it was the nativity scene on the book, and she crawled up to the book and point and say, baby. And I was like, oh, baby. She never stopped saying baby. She said baby whole morning.
Didn't she say daddy?
No, go away.
Mommy, I didn't say mom or dad. I didn't tell you.
No, you said baby, but then you were talking in full sentences shortly after that. And I remember like the first time you read, you were 2 years old and something months, and I had bought some books for Justin. And then you know how little children will flip the pages because they remember the story. You were pretending to read, I thought. And then I looked at the pages and I was like, how can she remember the story word for word like that? So I dug up a book that wasn't read yet and said, read. I'm picking and read a book.
Oh.
I was like, what? What is this? Yeah, you're an avid reader.
I'm so bored. I didn't want to go to daycare anymore. I wanted to go to school.
Oh yes,
And she
I
went to school early too.
yeah, she went to school. I just went and signed her up. I was like, I can't keep this child at home till she's 5. What? By the time she's to go to school, she'll be 16. And so she went to school. Oh boy. And now she said we don't look old. I'm tired though. I feel old. My face look old. Andrew?
Really babes.
Yeah, we'll meet up. Well, have fun, girly. I'll see you when you're done. At 3 o'clock, Panida.
It comes at like 3:20.
See Uncle Clifford there. 3:20, so isn't it 3 o'clock? Look back.
Hello, sir.